All praises to the Most High, Tatandami Amazulu. CME family, greetings to everyone outside there. It's me, Massa. I had my cousin as a visitor. He is a singer here in Germany, and he's experiencing the power of the Most High. All praises. And yeah, he had some questions, a lot of questions. Yeah, because he's experiencing the power of the Most High, and he said, I understand everything what you say, but I think you are mixing up politics with religion. I told him the Most High is a spirit of war that wants righteousness. If we are talking about, because he has also a white girlfriend and a child with her, and I told him that the Most High wants that Most High came to bring a sword, okay, to divide the good and the bad, and that we are here in Europe or in America, everywhere, not by ourselves. There's some people that took it by force and they brought it to these countries, and here they are oppressing us. It is like in the time of Egypt. We are the ones that came out of Egypt, and the Egyptian pharaoh, king, politicians, they said not to leave us because they knew if we are leaving Egypt, that Egypt will be judged by the Most High. And he did not understand. And I told him, look, we are not racist. That what we want is peace and freedom. We want our part to be, to be good with nature, to be good with the humans, to be good with everyone. But today, the ones that has received everything that belongs to this world, the scepter that was given to Adam, are the nations. What had the nations done with it so far? And this is where we're going to start. Now, very good. We're going to Romans 11. So I ask, did they stumble in order that they might fall? By no means. Rather, through their trespass, salvation has come to the Gentiles, so as to make Israel jealous. Now, if their trespass means riches for the world, and if their failure means riches for the Gentiles, so how much more will their full inclusion mean? With other words, the riches of the world that they have, all the strength, everything what they have built will have an end when the fullness has come, and when the children of the 12 tribes comes together and recognize the Most High, the Most High will bring them home, and the Most High will give them 3 times more than that what was given to the Gentiles, because we are the roots. But at the moment, we are like going after the nation, looking at, we are jealous, we're looking at what they have created. Oh, how what kind of nice houses they have built, cars, Gucci here, Louis Vuitton there. Everything what belongs to the West, we love it so much. But now look, we are not here. We are here to understand the message. The Most High continues. So he says, lest in 17. But if some of the branches were broken off, and you, although the wild olive shot, were grafted in among the others, and now share in the nourishing root of the olive tree, do not be arrogant toward the branches. If you are, remember, it is not you who support the root, but the root that supports you. With other words, You know, the root will always, support the branches. But now the branches that receive power, they are saying now to the roots, we are the one that the Most High have chosen. We are natural, yeah, and not selfish. We are natural. Everything belongs to us. We can do with the world whatever we want to do. We can worship whatever we want to worship. But normally, the Most I have now invited them to be, to have the chance to lead the world in peace. But not Napoleon, not Hitler, not Julius Caesar, not Alexander the Gay, okay, and all of them, even this guy here, Muhammad, and all of them. No one of them came to bring peace. No one. And still now, they're not even thinking on that. They had a conversation with the President Macron, the African nation, that talked to him and said to him, say sorry. He said, why should I say sorry? It was my generation that enslaved you. But it is your generation that still today is in Africa and 64 countries stealing money, stealing resources, bringing war. But he didn't want to say sorry. White people will never say sorry. He didn't want to say sorry, but to the things that they have done to the people in Algiers or there in North Africa. He was like, sorry to you guys. We love you so much. And here, take your money. What they have done to the Hereros, the Germans in Namibia, what they have done to these people in South Africa, what they have done to Angola, what they are doing in Congo now, all the fights that is happening in Congo, it comes from the West because of the resources. It comes because of the not only coltan but also other resources, so that we can have automobiles, so that we can have phones and all those kinds of crap, isn't it? So these branches here, unknown branches, wild branches, okay, wild branches, Ismail or Esau, wild people, arrogant people, receive the world. The Tanzanians say, here, Satan, take the world and do something out of it. You wanted to rule over the humanity, here, take it. Here, but I won't help you. Do. Do. You know it better. But what happens is that they never tried. They never tried. They never tried to change the world, to do good. Now, what do they say? Do not be arrogant toward the branches. If you are, remember, it is not you who support the root, but the root that supports you. Black people have to understand who they are. A black person will never need a white person or any other nation. If it is today like this, because the white people to them is given power, it was the Most High who gave it to them. We have to understand it, that when we fall, when we as a nation fall, it's not because that the white people are strong enough to fight us. No, it was because the Most High allowed it. A black person has to remember who he is first. So when they are arrogant to us, then they would not take anything from us. They would be like the children of Isolele in the ancient time, like the Bana Congo when the people from Cuba came, when the people from Russia came, when the people came from America. The Benabeto in the Congo, they say we want mixed. That's why we don't have so many mixed people in the north. Okay, not like in San Tome and all these Caribbeans, and today in Brazil and all these people in the Caribbean islands, all these Latinos, mixed. But we in the Benabeto, it wasn't allowed. It is still today not allowed. But what happened here? They mixed, yeah. They take our goods, they take our lands, they take our forests, they take our animals, they go and breathe our air, okay? They go to our they want everything that is ours. So they are arrogant towards the branches. If you are remember, it is not you who supports the root, but the root that supports you. Then you will say, branches were broken off so that I might be grafted in. And this is where the problem is. Okay? The problem is that we have now new children of God. We have now new chosen people. But if you would be chosen people, why is your behavior, comportement, okay? Why do you not show yourself as a children of light? You say you are the children of light, but in the whole history, we can't find it. We can't see that you are holy at all. In your whole behavior, if I go to Google, if I go then opening my television and watch news or whatever, you are the devil. You are destroying, conquering, fighting. And now today, war is in front of our head. The revolution of the animals are coming. The revolution of the nature is coming. Even the universe will send meteoroid asteroids down here to fight you up, to finish you off, because um, sin is found in you. Now let's go. Let's go to our teaching. This was my answer to him. I said to him, it's okay um, um, to repent, that the Most High shows you that you are his child, but the spirit in you will do the same thing like he has done with Moses. Moses even killed someone, and Tatanzambi was always recognizing him as a son because it was a righteous kill. He knew now he found himself that he was in sin. He found himself who he was. And it wasn't from today that he came back to the Pharaoh. He spent many years after coming back. So everything takes time. And now look at this. The wisdom of a man has come to an end. And people will be like, hey, how can that be? How can the wisdom of a man become an end? And from which man are we talking about? I want to show you this man. Let me show you this man. This is Isaiah 14. I'll show you the man. The restoration of Jacob. For the Tanzania will have compassion on Jacob and will again choose Isulele and will set them in their own land. And sojourners will join them and will attach themselves to the house of Jacob. So Jacob will go back, okay? We will go back, and some of the stranger nations also will help us. They will also be with us. And the people will take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Isolali will possess them in the Tanzambi's land as male and females. We today in the West, we are slaves. Okay, we don't have the same jobs. You know, they do not treat us in the same way. They oppress us. They steal all our goods. You know, all the most 80% of the resources comes from our countries. They took it for free, and here we have to fight, yeah, to survive. Okay, they put us in ghettos to kill ourselves. They put the guns there, drugs there. They put HIV there. They put Ebola there. They put All kinds of sickness there only to finish us off. Even if they kill their own people, they are not interested because they say we have to finish Jacob off. But we're coming to this kinds of sicknesses very, very soon. Okay? Now, this is the man of sin. Because when Tatanzame has given you rest from your pain, he's talking from us, from the oppressor. The heart, he's saying, the hard service with which you were made to serve, you will take up this talent against the king of Babylon. How the oppressor has seized, the insolent fury seized. The Tanzania has broken the staff of the wicked, the scepter of the rulers, that struck the people in wrath with unceasing blows, that ruled the nations in anger with unrelenting persecution. The whole earth is at rest and quiet. They break forth into singing. The cypresses rejoice at you. The cedars of Lebanon saying, since you were laid low, no woodcutter comes against us. So the whole universe will be like, now we can rest. So we know who is doing those things. It is not the bushman in Africa that is going to cut all the trees off, killing all the animals in the water, in the forest, on the mountains, killing all the flying animals, destroying our CO2, our CO2, our air, okay? Taking all the goods from the air, from the ground, okay? It's not like the humanity is destroying the world. No, it's the white man. The white man is destroying the earth. He is at war against the earth. Okay, now let's go. Now we know the wisdom of the white man. This is the better this is how this movie should be called, against the wisdom of the Most High. So, like I said, will these the pagans, will they be able to do magic to come out of that what is coming against them? The pledges or plagues. Can they do magic to come out of it? People will be like, what is magic? Why magic? Magic is another type of spirituality. You can only fight spirit against spirit. And the spirit of that white people do is magic. It's not Kimpeve, it's magic. So, will they do sorcery? Can they do it to come out of these plagues, of these situations? One of the situations is the pandemic. And I will show you today what I have again. We want to know a little bit more about the pandemic today. But let's go. So now, let no one deceive himself. If any of you thinks he is wise in this age here, he should become a fool, so that he may become wise. So, when the people start thinking you are a fool because of the things that you say, because you can see Africa's garbage, how can it be that Africa will stand up? How can it be that black people will rule this world? How can it be that the Most High has a chosen people? How can it be that the white people must be judged, or the Most High is coming to judge them? Because there was a time that we was judged, my brothers and sisters. We are even still there's even into the fourth generations. We were judged. So why should you think that the Most High won't judge them? Is the Most High a fool? Does he fear someone? I don't think so. So the guy that thinks that he's wise, you can see it by the doctors, musicians, uh, theologians, all those people that thinks they are very smart. If you start talking to them, telling them about the Bantu truth, about things that everyone would recognize if we have the Most High Spirit, they become fools. They will not understand because only with the Spirit of the Most High, the Spirit of discernment, you're gonna understand the world. To everyone else, the world is normal like it is. To everyone else, it's like when a pastor reads the Bible. It will sound or romantic, like a fable, like a nice story. Everything is good in the world. Everything that happens in the Bible was good. You will not see any crime there. You will not see that the Most High can become angry. You will not see who the chosen people are. Harmony everywhere. Kumbaya, my Lord. But when a spiritual person starts reading the scriptures, he will start going precept upon precept and he will start breaking it down in another way. And this is how people start getting confused because you have someone who understands the things carnally, and then you have someone who understands the thing spiritually. It doesn't marry. For the wisdom of this world is the foolishness in Tatanzambi's side. As it is written, he catches the wise in their craftiness. And again, Tatanzambi knows the thoughts of the wise are fertile. When did you see that all these richest people, Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, all these singers, uh, you know, oh, you can go to African singers, in the Nigeria. You can go to singers in the Caribbeans and all this music, the people that in Hollywood or whatever, or politicians, all of them, teachers, theologians, people that teach the scripture. Then you have police officers, generals. What do these damn, I don't want to say it, crazy ass people do for us? Brothers and sisters, talk to them. You can have them in your family, you can have them somewhere else. Let them sit down and where you are, start talking to them. And you will see how carnal these people are. Even if they have billions in their bank account, they would never ever do something for our community. Neither for the white nor for the Latinos, the Chinese, or anyone else. Everything what they do is for themselves. So the world where we are living in too is Babylon the Great, which means is a world full of witches. Okay, so you're not fighting against flesh and blood, you're fighting against Satan himself, a big spirit that rules upon this people. Okay, I don't say everyone, I don't say every one of them, but there is a major power that rules upon this people. These people do not understand anything what the Most High wants. And they can't and they will never do. And that's why the Tanzania say that the wise will become a fool because only this pandemic is here. Why can't they do any magic to come out of it? Where is the wise? Okay, let us continue. So he say, brothers, consider the time of your calling. Not many of you were wise by human standards. Let me check if everything is okay. Okay, everything is good. Okay. Brother, consider the time of your calling. Not many of you were wise by human standards. Not many were powerful. Not many were of noble birth. Okay? But the Tanzania chooses the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. That's why many people in this world, think that you have to become to be to be nice looking, rich, you know, to be someone that is extraordinary. This shows you that you are the chosen from the Most High. But it was never like this. Ikimbangu, he never had shoes on. Okay? These people went from jail in and out. Look at the people from the scriptures, all of them suffered. Look at us as a nation, we are suffering, but this doesn't mean that we are not wise. This doesn't mean that the Most High is not with us. Now, think on that. The Most High would give us all the riches that He has promised on Revelation 2 and 9 and Revelation 3 and 9. Brothers and sisters, you are definitely not poor. How can you be poor if you have the land? The land is not from the Gentiles. This is what they want. They have the land, the northern part, but we have ours. And everywhere you can find treasures and different kinds of things. So how can you be poor? No way. No way, not at all, not even a little bit. This is also the same thing what we have read on Romans 11. Okay, they became rich because of us, but when we understand who we are, okay, we are coming to that. I hope that I will not forget it. So now, what do I wanted to say? Um, I wanted to say that. Oh, I'm out. What do I wanted to say? Yes. So let me read it again. But that Nzambi choose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. That Nzambi choose the weak things of the world to shame the strong. He chooses the lowly and despised things of the world and the things that are not to nullify the things that are, so that no one may boast himself his presence. So the Most High, if He would give us all the riches now, before we understand who we are, because before we recognize our fault, before we repent, hey, we wouldn't be better than the white people. We would do the same things that the white people or the Chinese people are doing, walking around like vampires, eating everything off, and at last they will eat themselves off. Greed, anger, like the Muslims, we. Yeah? We would be out of control because we will be arrogant because we have money and all these kinds of things. That's why the Tanzanians say, I don't want to give you money now, Jacob. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the world that will come later. This doesn't mean that the Most High don't want to give Jacob nothing, but not in that way. That's why don't think that someone must be rich, yeah, to enter to the kingdom of the Most High. Because that what we want to see is someone that looks good, light skin, someone that has know how to speak, someone who knows how to walk and talk, someone who has money, is wise, and all those kinds of things to lead us. But there was the most of the people that came to lead us, like Moses, he could not even speak uprighteous. The most of them did not look like the people, like the women's like the women's want. Oh, my pastor. Okay? This is not how the most of the people looked like. Even the pastors, leaders, spiritual leaders that normally used to know it better, they are accepting every white doctrine. They are accepting everything what white people do only to bring them inside the congregation, yeah, to show that they are that we are together, that we love each other. But when a poor guy comes and with the message of the Most High and wants to talk to a leader, it's almost impossible to meet this leader, because this leader's people first will say, "Who is this guy? He's so poor. He looks not upright. He's not in our niveau. He's not in our stage, and he's not in our place. We don't need people like that." But now you don't know if this is the Most High that is coming to visit you. Okay? Now, brothers and sisters, we have to be very careful here. That's why people that are laughing about Africa and why they are struggling, the Most High lives in the midst of them. He is there. He's not with those people who has every day a new woman. He's not with them. He's not with them, with those people who thinks they must live among flashing lights and big old cars and show how aggressive and arrogant they are. And people will be proven wrong. With the little that you have, take a little to build up the Most High's kingdom. Now, when they came to colonize us, they used different kinds of techniques. They used different kinds of things, right? They came with spirituality, they came with politics, and they came with the new age. This is what the most of our people are into now, new age. Still today, our people do not understand that the white man's spirituality has really almost nothing to do with ours, and it is very dangerous to the human race. A white man is human, but he has also some other genes inside of him. There is a something like a curse that was given with him, and exactly that thing is very dangerous for the Homo sapien. It is ununderstandable. Even if you are deep into Freemasonry, which means Freemasonry, you will never get this level, because there is something that is not from you. And they came with this new age science bullshit. They established it everywhere over Africa. And these secret societies are very dangerous in Africa. And they are controlling the presidents. They are controlling the high class businesses. They are controlling the Muzungu churches, taking children's, disappearing, selling drugs. Hey, I can say a lot of things what they do. Crazy people. Like I said, all these three things must leave Africa. We're talking about spirituality, politics, and science. From them, Islam, Christianity, Mormons, Joseph Smith, Seventh-day Baptists. All of them must leave. All this spirit must leave. All the political movement must leave Africa. All their spirituality must leave. They can take Jesus, take him with you. We don't need him. Okay? We never need him before. We don't need him now. Take him. Go. What do we have to know? We have to know now about our spirituality. We have to learn now, come now with the new politic, and we have to come now with our science. When we want to learn all those things, we have to go back to nature. Our forefathers knew all these things without having any problem to name it or to know what it is. When they went to a stone, it was green. The stone start to giving our forefathers the secrets for what we can use the stone. Fire gave us the secrets long time ago. Brothers and sisters, we and fire, we don't need to have a lighter. Boom! This is something when we go to the next trip, you will see it with your own eyes how our forefathers do fire. We manipulate it. Okay? We manipulate fire. Okay? So even the fishes in the water, we gave every fish a name. We gave all the fowls in the air, we gave them names. Every tree gave us his secrets. How, brothers and sisters, if you would know how much knowledge our forefathers have, still today, the other nations don't know anything about it. The Chinese a little here and there because we still today are selling our knowledge to them. This is a fact. Still today, we are selling knowledge to India, we're selling knowledge to China, to the West, and they're saying it's from them, and they're coming then them with their new age medicine. Okay, normally the plants itself tells us for what we use them. Every tree, we named even the animals. We knew this animal here is faster than the other. This animal here is poisoned. We knew all those things, and we gave them names. The names didn't come from the Muzungus, no. Now, brothers and sisters, believe it or not, but the politic of the white man has come to an end. Many people saw how the Titanic sank. This is how the politics of the white man has come to an end. They will fight against each other. Hey, if you see the migration of people that are entering into their lands, this is that what happens in Habakkuk too. A country that has inherited a lot of people, especially Ishmael. Ishmael and Esau, they will fight against each other. Boom! Okay? Do you understand? And don't forget the Chinese. Don't forget the Russians and all them that are in the midst there in Asia. War is in the air. The wisdom of the white man has come to an end. Which means this oppressing style against Africa is still there, but everything is now coming to the light. It's not the same no more like it was before. People would start speaking out. When they steal, we will see. It's gone with the secret societies. We know what they do in G7 and G20, and they're talking about it. Every move is recorded, and the judgment will be real. And then they will talk about the world resources are running out. What is a pure mythos, a pure lie. That what is running out is their time, brothers and sisters. To them was given a time. Okay? Hey, they're seeing now that their time is up. That's why they're trying to take so many people with them as they can. Because the Titanic is sinking. The same lie that they gave in the movie Titanic, that the ice wall or an iceberg hit the Titanic. You can see how the ice is melting all over the planet. So the water level is going high. The water is coming. The fire will come from heaven. War is coming. Huh? They have no resources in England. They have no resources in America. They have no resources in Brazil. The Amazonas is crap. They have no resources in Russia. They have no resources in Asia. They have no resources in Germany and all these places. They are dead. They are dead. They have no water resources. There will be a time that water will become so expensive that will be a time that people will be taking water like will become the next gold. This water that you use there and drink there like crazy. So war is in front of our door. You can see the trees are burning. No fresh air. You can see no fishes no more in water. You can see the earth out of the earth. Fire is coming out of the earth because they're taking the resources. They're hurting the place of sanctuary where our forefathers lay down. They are trying to find out where the door is to make it into heaven again. Because their time is up. So, why do they not have a solution against this thing here? I thought they would be so wise. Where is the solution? Okay, let's go deeper. In the same way, they're coming with these injections. There's nothing new for us, brothers and sisters. This is not the first time people from us receiving injections like that. When the world is sick today, it's because of our sins. We knew it from the Stone Age in the time of the Muzungus, when they used to crucify and doing vandalism and all these barbarians. Hey, they had different kinds of sicknesses coming upon them because these people were. Hey, we are talking about killers here, rapers, crazy people. Look at their videos and you will find out. Corona is nothing against all this. So giving us injections is not new. We know today that Ebola, we know today that HIV comes from them. No doubt. Why? They fear us, they hate us, they want to see us dead. They want to see us dead. The same thing with that thing here. But the problem is they are always forgetting that the human is God. Because they are not. They think you are not. Because they are something mixed, something in the midst there. Huh? When they went to the mountains, when Jacob, the seed of Esau, Ham, and all these kinds of seeds were outside there. When they came out, there was a special nation. I think this must be this nation of Cain. They start mingling themselves up with the people that were black, destroying them, and albinism. They even finished up the albinism and they became pure white. So in the midst of them, you will find some people there more Jacob, but very less. Jacob, but the most Hamites. But in the midst of all these Hamites, there's also a group of people that are no people, like no humans, nothing, something completely different. In the midst of the mixture of the white man. And now, they are dying. There is not such things like Morona in Africa. It doesn't exist. There is nothing like that in our countries. Oh, no. This sickness came to finish them off. Huh? It came to finish them off. Like I used to say, when you see someone is sinking in the water and you want to save him, be prepared first before you follows him into the water to save him. If not, you will go with him. Prepare yourself. Try to hold yourself somewhere in something that really is strong, and be strong by yourself. If not, you die with this person. This thing here, they think that we will die with them. But I always used to say, blood is thicker than water. This thing, like the HIV, like the Ebola, all these kind of things will not kill us no more. And all the other things that will come after that. Because we are strong enough. We are from the Most High. When our forefathers were bitten by snakes, scorpions, when the lion came in front of them, they knew what to do, and nothing happened to us. We won't die. We are strong enough. But they have no solution, right? So, what do we have to know? The earth has a spirit. The water has a spirit. The air has a spirit. The fire has a spirit. The animals that you see has a spirit. Don't think that the animals don't have a spirit. Even the trees, the stone. Do you know that sand multiplies itself? So now, that's why you can see in the Chinese mythologies, you see someone has the strength of air, of sand, of fire. Because of what? Because he became familiar with this spirits. If we are talking about spirituality, we are talking about what? Invoking, controlling spirits. Even the great Tatanzambe Yamazulu is the greatest and mightiest spirit that can be called. So how can it be that the other spirit can't be called? Be careful. When we are talking about spirituality, to the real rituals and what is the name? Putting things together. What is the name? To the real, if you know what you have to put together, alchemy, to the new alchemy, knowing and the real rituals If you put those kinds of things together, you can build things that, you know, that are completely new for this world. When did we sit down the last time and started to build our own weapons? Do you think that our weapon will be the same weapon like the Muzungu have? So be careful. This is something else. I never heard when I sat down with the people that really received spirits, I never heard that there was no solution found. There was always a solution found in everything. Oh, this sickness. They will just tell you, take this and this and this tree, take this and this plant, drink, gone. It was never there. Be careful. All what I want to say is, when we start connecting again to the nature, when we start connecting, and I will tell you, even to their unnatural machines like computer, television, all those things that has another frequency that they have created, also we will manipulate. We will control even electricity. Be careful. When even Tatanzambi, the greatest spirit, can be called and controlled, say, Tata, have mercy, and gone. All your sins. Tata, help us to heal. What can you do with when you are familiar with all the things that the Tanzami has given the man here on earth to bow down of him and to work for him? You see how dangerous this fight is and why we are calling it a spiritual fight? Now, when the earth start giving us his insights, telling us, Massa, here, I am the earth. Here, in 2 meters, you will find this and this and this and this, etc., etc. And with this, you can do this and this and this, etc., etc. Knowledge that white people have never knew. Because they could use diamonds not only for 2 things. They could use marble stone only for 2 things, 3 things, maybe 3. That's it. But the other 99 mechanism for what it can be used for, they have no idea at all. That's why they are killing people there in the east of Congo so that they can get the resources. You see? What an illusion. They have never asked the Most High. And now we're putting our ears to the tree and saying, hey, tree. And I'm not talking about Hogwarts, or Harry Potter. Do not talk about the Lord of the Rings. No, I'm talking about reality. The wind will tell you, like the trees will teach you, and the animals will lie down to man and sleep and eat with him. I tell you, my brothers and sisters, we will learn from those things. And they will give us their knowledge again. They will teach us. They will show us things what they couldn't have because they were always unnatural, artificial. The air has different kinds of secrets. In water, there is a world underwater. A world. In air, a world. under the earth. What do they know? So, like I said, human has to make a kin with all the spirits to start invoking them, to start controlling them, yeah, so we can make everything better. So you're gonna know what is under the water, under the earth, yeah, and all those things. Like I said, how can it be that our forefathers knew all the names? Who revealed it to them? Who revealed it to them that Nkosi is a lion? Huh? Simba. Huh? Who revealed it to them that the panther? Yeah? Or what kind of names do I know in Kikongo? Yeah, or in other languages. Huh? So we had our languages that the Nzambi gave us for those animals, and they knew this is my master if he said these names. But today, everything become dog, 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 dog. This is the only thing what we understand now. Okay. So, like I say, our forefathers were natural. Because they were natural, everything was in harmony, and everything gave them the secrets that they need for free. Not I have to, to cut you off, to take you to my laboratory, to put some injections in you, and to tell you, oh, you are this tree. Oh, you are this animal. Oh, doing experiments with women's and humans and trying to mixing up, creating a new species or whatever. Come on. Trying to go to the airs. Where is the Most High? Maybe behind this cloud, maybe behind the other cloud. Dude, are you a human or what? I don't think so. And the planet is laughing at us. And all the creation is laughing and saying, huh, there's people that think really they're smart. Like in the time of Babylon, when they have tried to reach heavens to know more about the Most High. We knew, like the eagle, we call him in our language Kombe Kombe. We knew that the eagle is not eating his own child. An eagle does not eat his own child. But what will the eagle do when he see a child from a chicken? Taking it and going to eat it. It's not his child. So why is the eagle doing such things? This is the circle of life. This is the circle of life. The same thing, you will see that the white people will come to finish us off. The Chinese will come to finish us off. And if they finish us off, they will finish each other off. And if they finish each other off, they will always have an enemy. This is reality. And when black man is attacked, what do he has to do? He has to start protecting himself. This is where we have the ancestors now coming into this game. Huh? People wants to Jesus. He wants to Jesus. So Jesus will come now to fight. Okay? Because we need them now to fight with us. If not, we will fall. Do I understand? Because a ego won't eat his own. He will eat from others. And it is in his nature to finish off others. When will the people understand this? And when the Most High say, I want peace for everyone, then he's not a liar, because then he has to found people or nation that will bring this peace and not the ego. Because in the eagle in his nation, in nature, will come to finish you off. So he has to find another ruler that will say, I am the king of the animals. So be careful here. If not, you that you think that you're secured in the Muzungu land, they will catch you as well. It's only the time. Let's go. So our forefathers left all this for us. They showed us which kinds of stones we used to use, how to build houses. They showed us how to create weapons, how to speak to the animals, to speak to the natures, how to speak to the Most High, how to sing. They brought us into the land. What did we do so far? The only thing what I remember is going to slavery and be beaten up. Now we're in club. Oh, Gucci man, hey, 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 hey. Huh? Now people are asking, man, this Massa, there was a time he was looking like a rock star, but now, you see? I don't care about those things no more. I'm writing my books here. I'm a revolutionist. Normally I should look like someone with a lot of beard if my beard would become big. Okay? I'm someone that I'm thinking multidimensional. We have a mission. And my mission is the mission, the world salvation. Huh? So I have no time for you foolish, you know? So this is it. How can it be that our forefathers did all this? But today a black man, he do not even know, when his car has a problem, he do not even know how to repair it. He do not even know how to build a house. If the whole world will be at his end, you take 20 black people, they will also die. The black people that will be alive, they will also die because no one knows how to do agriculture, no one knows how to build a house, you have no one that does electricity, you have no one that knows how to fish. My goodness, eh? So the dumbest from the dumbest nation, but not our forefathers. Whether when they were in Egypt, neither when they went all over to Zimbabwe and all over these places. But today, if, if you talk, I live in Africa. I know my people, even in the diaspora. You are like John Cena's, when he did in the wrestling, this one here to people. This is not normal. This means that the wisdom of us was taken. Like the wisdom of the white man is taken now. Be careful. How can it be that all these things has happened 100 years later? In the time of the prophets, people like Simon Toko, Kimbangu, Machua, and all these people. They gave the white people 100 more years, and they are up. The wisdom is gone. They will always use us to show that they are strong, that they are wise, but at last they will always recognize and say, man, we need these people. We will only use them and show them that we are better, we know everything, but at last they don't know anything. Do you see what I have said about the black man? that if you left them and they don't know anything, this is what is about to happen with the white people now. The wisdom is going back to the Benabeto. Did the scripture not say your children, your young people will become wise, receive visions, become prophets? Your elders will start seeing things. Well, brothers, be careful. This is about to come. And the whole world will recognize that many of these nations have lied to them. All those kinds of things will take its time, because we know that Christianity and all those kinds of things has affected us for a long time. Do you see? It is something that we can't just it won't stop by tomorrow. So it will take time. You will even see nations and nations understanding all those kinds of things and coming repenting and whatever. You will see. It will take time. So we are not at rush. But we have to start to getting rid of their feasts. We have to stop to eating unnatural things. We have to stop believing that we are the last when they have their own problems too. We have to stop believing in everything that they are showing us on the news. We have to start going outside there, like revolutionists, not with our hands fighting, but with our mouth, fighting for our countries, doing demonstrations and going to the parliaments and having even people in the higher rank classes fighting for the righteous things. You had even people like Hitler saying that because they have enslaved the creation, that Tanzambi's offspring seed, what do you think will happen to the West? What happened to Egypt? What happened to Ashur? What happened to all these neighbors that Benabeto had in Africa? All of them were destroyed because they took the Most High's people. There's nothing new under the sun. And now, what kind of thing will happen to them? Maybe there will be not even one left, like in the Sodom of Gomorrah. Okay? Be very careful. The Most High is an anger spirit. Okay? He took his time to create the man, and the man will not go against him. He will never allow it. Okay? So that's why they want to push you with all these injections and all these kinds of things. But they are forgetting that they are fighting against the human Adam, Seth. Okay? We can't die. All these kinds of things will not affect us at all, even after the hundreds shot. But they will die like fleas. They will die. I promise y'all. No. Other people will be like, huh? What was this? Water. No problem. Gone. But for them, it will affect them. Now, Tata say, like I said, that Zami wants his children from him to come home, to be again familiar with him, and the spirit of the white people to go out of the country. The nations are very well prepared for war. Believe me, they are very well prepared for every kind of war. Every kind of war. But at last, my brothers and sisters, they will lose the war. This is their last hit, taking ocean, forests, going to heaven, destroying everything, taking all the fowls or whatever, taking all the fishes, taking all the animals, wood, destroying everything. This is their last hit. Brother, Japan will fall. My goodness. Let us do the trip this year, next year, and we're moving one step forward. You will see. You guys will see this with your own eyes. Now, this I have explained. All this I have explained. Thank you very much for listening. Let me see. Do someone has a question or something like that? I will give you a time to come in so we can talk about it. There's the link. All praises. Mhm. They have to give us everything back that belongs to us. All this artificial things that we have, they have to give it back. And at last, we are going to Rome to take those things back that belongs to us. Don't worry, because the spirits are declaring, give it back. It's not from us. The spirits are saying, give it back, and they have to give it back. We have no problem with this pandemic, not at all, not even a little bit. And they're trying to kill us, but it won't work. It won't work. We are much stronger than them. Okay. We have a visitor. Ingeta, how are you doing, my brother? I can't hear you. You have to unmute yourself.
Oh, Mbote, Mbote.
Mbote, was that bien?
Nazali très bien. How are you? Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, brother.
Yeah. I just want to thank you. You're doing a wonderful job. I'm originally from Congo also. I've been in the US for over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I had my working in 2010. That's when same thing that happened with me. It wasn't a dream. At that time, I believe it's the most high, but later on I started wondering because the description of Daniel and Revelation, but what I saw was basically I met him, and as he was walking towards me, my whole body, my dream just bowed down to him, like without my will, like against my will, it just went down.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
What did I say? The Most High will go everywhere, everywhere, and he will start taking his own childs now. I think I have to make a teaching about that. Go ahead,
Yeah, and in a dream, like when I looked down, I saw his sandals, and I could tell he was a Bantu like me. When I looked up, I couldn't see his face, like his face was blurry, but I could see the afro hair, and he had like a white robe, and he had the belt, so I couldn't see him. And then he touched my left shoulder, and we appear in a white room, kind of like in Dragon Ball Z, the hyperbolic chamber, where there is no end. It's just a white room. Like you can see the ceiling, you can see the wall, you can see the floor. It's just pure white. And then he did something like he removed, like as if he's taking off my backpack for me. And then when he opened his hands, black chains fell on the left side. And I was looking at the chain. I heard the chain noise. He's walking, and then he says, he called my name. He said, "Yeah,
He
yes, sir."
saved you. He took all your sins from you, and he made you a new creation. This is what he's doing with people when he met them. Zanzambi comes and cleans you spiritually up. This is something like a spiritual baptism.
Okay. And then when he took the chains, and then he was walking, he gave his back to me, and then he turned his head as he's walking. He said, he called my first name. He said, "My son." He said, "What did you want to ask me?" And I was going through a hard time at that time. So in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. It's like everything I've been praying to him, he's actually asking me. And then he came forward like very fast, touched my forehead, and I woke up. And it was the happiest. I can imagine if I'll ever be happy like that day.
Exactly. You are activated. The heaven is yours, my brother.
And it led me all the way to the Bantu, because even when I was searching through the Hebrew Israelite movement, I love reading the scriptures. I was like, I'm like, there's no way that's the land, because it doesn't make any sense. It's a small land, and how can you wander for 40 days and how many enemies did Moses had to take down? I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. And then once my eyes were open, it just made everything. So I know a lot of brothers, a lot of people probably are ashamed, because I always wonder, like, because I'm a trucker, so I'm always on the road. So sometimes when you call people, I think a lot of people still have fear. They have fear. But if you're of the Most High, you should have no fear. I even have a channel. With the knowledge I know, I try to promote, a healthy lifestyle and give what I could. And YouTube shadow ban me, like I'm on the blacklist.
Boa noite.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But
and I said it very clear, brother. I saw it in the vision. Tatan Zambi's knocking on every door. Even if you say, no, no, I'm a rapper, I'm a gangster, whatever, he will come and take over and tell you, here I am. If you don't want, he will come and show you, he will give you consequences. He will say you, I am your father. You have to do my job. You have to do it. He will go everywhere. It's written. It's written in the book of Jeremiah. It's written there. It's written. This is one of the verses that I have put here on color. I love this verse so much.
And brother, I have to tell you, a lot of people are dying back home. Like even the last 3 years, something in my spirit has made me go back. And even last week, in Texas, we have like a Congolese community. We call it Congo Bolingo. Just where we can at least try to build like a love within the Congolese community. But it's like every week, death. So and so is looking to somebody. Even in my own family, people are just dying.
We call it morsibit. Like people dying from nothing.
Heart attack.
From nothing. Just like that. Today, he goes to the hospital. 2 days later,
Gone.
this because I do not do tabernacle at the moment, but all this was revealed to us last year. All of it. Yeah, it's normal, and that's why I'm trying to, before we're going to the next year, we have to go to prayers, and we have also to enter into the spiritual world to know what will actually happen next year.
Yeah.
This is how it
There's
works. The
that
chance that we have, the luck, is
yeah.
that the Most High speaks to us. It's
Okay.
written in the scriptures. The Most High say, I will speak everything that I want to do, I will tell it to my prophets. Even when he judged Egypt, he told it to the people in Egypt. He told them, put this and this mark on your forehead, on your in front of your door, whatever. This is how it works. He revealed it to you. He will reveal to everyone that he loves. But to those people who hate us, they will not know anything. They will not even understand.
Even I stopped praying in the name of GC 2 years ago. And the way I could put it is like this: even when I told my family the truth, I'll call it bad habit, because they say habits is because the European, Esau, he studied habits because it's part of human nature, but it was used against us. It's like brushing your teeth. If someone forbids you to brush your teeth, you'll be uncomfortable because it's so used to it. Because since we've been trained to close our eyes when we pray, to pray in that name, even letting it go was hard. Notice I saw the light 10 years in 2010, but it took almost 9 years for me to stop praying in that name. And when you look at the scripture clearly, even quote unquote Yesaya was praying. He said, "Our Father." You never see him end in the name of somebody. He said, "Pray to the Father, and He will answer." He never, and that's why I was like, well, if the Most High don't change, why certain verse you see Christ say, "Pray to the Father, go do what Moses say," and then says, "Pray to me"? I'm like, is it like there's two Christ? Because one says, "I always do my Father's will, pray to the Father," and then there's another one says, "Pray to the Father in my name." Well, I'm like, but at the same time, you're saying that you will do greater works than me. If I'm gonna do greater works than you, why should I call the Father in your name? Because I'm doing it already. Like, it's like when you start thinking like that, I was like, we've been envoûté, yeah, like the French
Yeah,
people
we are
say.
deceived.
Yeah,
That's why you see the Pope is coming with a new version of the Bible now. Did you hear that?
yeah. And I can tell you, here in America, uh, maybe you didn't hear this. When the pandemic happened, I call it the pandemic. Something they didn't want to talk about it on the news. All King James Bibles were sold out because people wanted to read. And I even remember atheists that I've had debate with here in this YouTube. He came on, he's like, you know what? Maybe these Bible thumpers might be into something. See, even the wicked is realizing it's like this. But guess what? Like Satan does, everything quote unquote came back to normal. It's everything will go back. We'll build
Brother,
again.
brother, they exposed in the book of Apocrypha. This is where they have started to become great with the Greeks, then the Romans, and from there on, you will see all their wickedness.
Mm,
You will start understanding, wow, these people they have done a great job to
yes.
those people who normally used to be the children of the Most High, you know. And still today, nothing have changed. But like I think you have understood certain things that they have teach today. They have no wisdom no more. It's over. Where is the wise?
No idea. Uh, One question I want to have. I remember a few months back, you made a video about how we should um, pray to the Most High. You know, but like I say, for me myself, I really want to do that training because I think I was born with the gift of healing. I always wanted to be a doctor when I was growing up, but when I grew up, I gained artistic talent. So I was like, let me go to school for art. But even learning school is a big old scam. It's just to get people's money. I gain more knowledge reading books on my own time than going to school. I feel like I have that healing because I'll use herbs. I'll tell people advice, and then that's why I was attracted to your channel because not only are you healing with the spirit, but you're promoting herbs. So I was like for an example, charcoal, activated charcoal, makala, the
Mhm.
powder. What somebody back home in Congo, I gave it to her because I was okay. I know it helps with headache. She was having menstrual cycle, no pain. She like, and then because her menstrual is, she started like 3 days. First day, big pain. Like She can't
I
sleep.
have a sister from the Suriname,
Mm,
and because she grew up in the villages,
mm,
brother, she knows so many things and many things.
mm,
Many people think if they come from the West, with the Western mindset, with the Western medicine and illusion, that they
mm.
know more about the people than the people that lives in the villages or in the
Yeah,
forest.
they
What they
think.
are forgetting is that the people that are living in the villages in the forest, they don't have porns, they don't have all this artificial foods and all these lies around them. So they are very familiar with the nature and all these kinds of things around them. Even the woman that created kente from Ghana, the clothing, she saw
Mm.
it by looking at the spider. She saw how the spider webs goes, and then she went home and did this kente thing. So,
Mm.
brother, you can learn from the nature so much. So, this woman from Suriname, she has so gifted and she knows so many things about herbs. Brother, she has something there when the world knows it. There is
Yeah.
nothing like, oh, I'd have to go now to the pharmacy and getting something for $20 or
Yeah.
whatever. And there is nothing that is more fought than this.
Mm.
The biggest fight on earth is because of medicine, brother.
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
is where
sir.
the snake has his arm on it. We can all go to the villages and sit down there. You will see mediciners, right mediciners, people that did operations without having any problem,
Without going to school.
without going to school.
And brother Massa, I wanted also to add when I went to Congo, there was a brother. He had the Rasta and everything. I believe he's probably Mukongo. He came all the way like in Kinshasa, like Kasangulu, like not Kasangulu, Kingasani area, like all deep inside, like the villages. He came and I bought ointment for like hair growth, and this is how he him and a collection because he say he's a chemist, but he never went to school. There's like a group of them, and they know the truth. They pray to Tatanzambi, right? And they don't drink sodas or basically they live with nature. Their only alcohol is masangambila, palm oil. I
Exactly.
mean
This is
palm
this is
beer.
also what I drink.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he this is how he
Do
say
you
how he
know the
got to.
history about that?
Yes, sir.
When our forefathers, our forefathers, this is the alcohol that they had. Okay, this is the drinks that they had.
And that's what I'm
So,
thinking about. When
so
the
if
Bible
you
talks
want to
about,
connect to them, you also
yeah,
will have to
yeah.
use this. You don't go with vodka. Ooh, ancestors. No, no, no. If
Do
you
you
want
think
to,
the wine that quote unquote Christ turned from water? I think it's masangambila. I don't think it's the red wine that people talk about.
it must be.
Yeah, because now as I think about it, I'm like, it has to be masangambila because it looks milky. Like it makes sense. Um, he revealed to me how he got the formula for the ointment to put in hair. He said he received one of his ancestors. He said in a dream he was walking towards the field, and out of the woods came his ancestor, one of his ancestors, and basically in a dream was guide him. He said, "Okay, this plant that you see, he's like the road that he goes to. The ancestor was showing him what plant to mix. So he didn't tell me what he used, but the main ingredient is palm oil. But whatever plant he put there, he didn't tell me. He said that was revealed to him by the ancestor, and he said for him personally, he was told not to make like not to use it uh, for financial gain, but to put it in a price to help the people. But what happens? Congolese people they minimize it. They minimize. But the Chinese they went there and bought 1,500. That he said he was shocked that the Chinese came to him. So that let me know that this brother has something because if Chinese people go there because they're gonna dilute it, they're gonna make it powerless. So that means they know.
Like
Mm,
I said it before. Yeah, Indian, Chinese medicine today is African medicine. We had even someone from Germany going all over Africa. Especially in these dumb countries. Yeah, the dumb countries are Angola and Congo. They
yeah.
used to go there and taking as much information as that they can for free. He came here to the Munich. yeah, München, yeah, passing Frankfurt, München down there to the institution. Brother, this guy is a millionaire, multi-millionaire, and he don't care about his people, This is how it is, brother. You
Yeah.
know, these are people, even, people would say, oh, Mazda, what kind of person? But if I would have a gun, this people, I would see him somewhere in the darkness, I would shoot him. Believe me. This is what they do.
Mm.
But after a while, you will understand that where do we want to sell all this wisdom? Our
Yeah.
people are like rejecting, like, what do we want to do with it?
Mm.
Yeah,
And
get
it makes
that.
sense that we
It
are the
makes
people
sense.
because we're
Whether the
rejecting it.
government will not support you,
Yes.
your family is not interested,
No.
your friends are not interested, you know. That's why the Tanzania has bring a new community, people with us, like us, with hunger of truth. We have to support each other. Do you see?
Mm.
Because we are always selling our knowledge to the enemy, my brother. And our knowledge comes from the Most High. That's why we are called the creation.
Mm.
Yeah?
We are our Father's
And
son.
then they take it and make it artificial again to make more money out of it.
Yeah. It's that's why it's confirming everything you're saying. And I'll use because I'm Mungala. I have the family tree. My grandfather, before he passed, because he was a son of a king, King Siki. And when I look at the genealogy, they say Tengbanji people uh, used to live in Libya. Then they were living in Sudan at some time, and they were kicked out by the Muslim. And the date on it was in 1333 to 1300s. Uh, when I look at the genealogy, all the names are Bantu, Bantu, Bantu. And then once it gets to King Siki, that was in the late 1800s, all of his children started getting European names. So even in our genealogy shows us that we had the Sambo and Bo, Igbo, like all those weird names, Manda, Gomba, like all those names. And then boom, King Siki, went to Belgium, came. He didn't like them at first, but by the name of his sons showed you that the indoctrination entered into the Congo. Basically, he assimilated. That's what it sounds. Jean Pierre, all those Jean.
Brother, every king, yeah, that is chosen in this world, every politician leader, before he is getting chosen, before he can lead, they do initiations. You must be initiated. You must be initiated into the spiritual world. You can't sit as a president there and you do not have spiritual powers or spiritual knowledge. What is spiritual knowledge in what they receive? This is, we call it kindoki. They have to initiate you so that you can see the spiritual world, so that you can understand spiritual things in the world. Sometimes you used to see presidents or all those people speaking out. You might think they are speaking out with their own voice,
No.
but there is something like a gift activated in them to speak for them. Don't think that a Hitler could control all this mass because he was empty. No.
No.
And this is exactly what our presidents will not never understand. How do you want to fight the enemy if you're going with the same if you're receiving the same initiation like them?
It's yeah. It's like how can the enemy give you the gun that can destroy him? No, he's gonna give you the water gun. He's not gonna give you the real gun. Our people
Yeah.
have to understand that. I'm just glad that I'm not the crazy one because sometimes I feel like maybe it's like when you're learning, I think maybe it's the most high doing. What happens when you start learning these things, everybody start to push you away. And then also my journey, the most I wanted to be isolated, so he gave me this job like trucking because I'm always on the road, not talking to anybody but myself, and I'll be listening to videos, YouTube, like basically that's I was soaking in everything. So, but I'm glad that all this time I was going around, I was the I spoke it. I didn't need to learn. I didn't like that language. the Yashahala. I didn't like because I was like, that's not my language. I'm like Lingala Nazolo, but deja Lingala. Mai is a lang. So it didn't sound correct.
Oh my
And brother
goodness.
Massa, here's the fact, because what I would say, the Mundele, they give us their information, right? It is a fact that the Hebrew that's spoken in Israel today, and even some of the Bible, is 85% Arabic, and the rest is a mixture of
German, French, and all this kind of
weird language. So I'm like, if your language is Arabic, Arabic is not Hebrew. So even in their language, it's a deception, because it's not. It can be the original, because in their own paper they're telling you it was some Jewish scribe who composed this modern Hebrew.
brother. The lie has taken the elevator.
Yeah.
And the truth, and the truth is going step by step, and it came before the lie to his ends. You don't think that if someone, because he's fast, or that he reached the goal, that he made it, it can be that something happens to him. His stone is on the way, and he falls. It can happen like this. We don't know, huh? Huh? You see? So that's why. Let them run.
Okay.
Let them run. Let them do. The Most High don't want to save everyone.
Yes,
The Most
I
High
believe
came to
that.
bring the sword, brother. To bring the sword, you cannot just cut everyone in half. Like King Solomon has said when the two wives were there, who killed the other one's child? No? No, he wants to save the child. He don't wants to kill the child.
He wanted to see which one was the wicked one.
Exactly. He wants to see which one of us is the wicked one. Because here, all of us that you see, we are here in this world to be tested. All of us. And this is something personally between you and the Most High.
And Congo right now is the definition of the love of many will wax cold. I went back home. I'm naturally a giver. But even myself, I was shocked at the reaction some of the people, because it's my nature to give tips and stuff like that. Even my own family were questioning. They're like, why are you giving? Why are you doing this? And I was like, wait, didn't I grew up in Congo. Wasn't it normal for you to bless somebody? Like, even at the quote unquote Christian religious, oh, you have to live the life of giving. But I was shocked that I'll give maybe like $1 or 50 cents in Congolese value. Someone is like praising God in his native language, but to me, I'm like, this is just a simple act. But to him, it's like, that's his daily meal. Nobody's doing it. So it's like the reaction I was getting, and the fight that I was getting from my own family for extending my hand, showed me that, man, Congo is gone. Like 20 years, I'm like, what happened? Like the hatred, the poisoning of bread. Like
Brother.
Congo, I didn't know anything about poisoning people.
Oh, brother, Africa, not only Congo, brother. Africa, like the Tanzania has always said, I will start with my people and then I will go to the West. Huh? That's why we are there. At the moment, I'm putting things together, but the next step will be to establish spiritual places. We have to clean up these countries, brother. This is we are so far from the truth in Africa. So far from the truth, so far. The people are not interested at all to know the truth.
They're hungry. Like the teaching you
They
had
are hungry
yesterday.
with hunger, but not in to know the truth. They are
Well,
hungry to receive money from people, to steal.
yeah. There is a
If they
saying,
can.
my dad used to say, it says, someone who's hungry, he can't think of anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
All is that's why they're keeping Congolese people hungry, because you, even if you're an intellectual, when your stomach wants to eat, you become stupid.
Mm.
I gotta eat. And what are you eating? Fufu yapamba, like fufu with no soup,
Uh-huh.
no meat,
But
veggies
the
with no
most
salt.
dangerous people are those who looks like they're very intellectual. They go out of the house in the early morning. They have a bag with them,
Yeah, but have no job.
have no job, brother. These are the same people in the night that has a gun in the corner. Give me your bag. Give me your money.
Mm,
So it's like, you know, brother. This judgment is real. The judgment is real. Before the Most High ends with the West, He will start with us. There's some things that will also happen to us. All these kinds of plagues that you see, some of it will not come to us, but the nature and all these kind of things will also rebel against us. There's one secret that I always used to know. The nations, they could only fight us because the Most High has rejected us. When the nations came into our forest, do you know that the bears, the lions started to eat them off?
mm,
They fought against the animals, huh? But when the animals saw, look at this dumb human. He himself, I'm protecting him and he's trying to kill me.
mm.
Let me
Yeah,
forget him fast. The earth in Africa, let me tell you, the people that went to Beulah, they saw it by themselves. The earth has a spirit. The earth is alive.
yes, I believe that. Yes.
Mhm. That's why the most I say, I will give you a special place where you will be. And I believe that I have already found a special place. Because, brother, if we just look at what will happen with our people as well, brother, our people are far from the truth. Far.
Yeah.
And the baddest thing, if we start speaking out,
Mm.
they can even come and stone you like it is in the scriptures. How many times did Isaiah run away when he was teaching?
Yeah, because they wanted to kill him. Yeah.
This is Africa. This would never happen in Europe.
I even in my
Be
own
very
family,
careful.
it's very like that's what we tell the brothers when they say, "Well, why aren't you doing in Congo?" I'm like, you don't understand. Like, you think people, our people in America are ruthless? Go to Congo. Here in the difference between America and over there is, here you're living with a little bit of leisure, right? You have a little bit. You can actually make it day to day. Now imagine yourself someone who lives less than $2 a day. How will he react if you want to take away his Jesus? I mean, just logically think about that. Like, they're hungry, they have nothing else but Jesus. They'll take whatever they have to go put it in the basket for Jesus, and you want to take the Jesus away, the pale skin, they'll kill you. That's the fight.
Exactly. So they will definitely kill you. Um, also when you go to the leaders and you wants to, even if they know a little bit of the truth and you wants to increase the knowledge, as long they know you're dumb, it's
Mm,
okay. But if they expect a little more knowledge in you, you are a target. You will be
mm,
poisoned. You will be killed.
mm,
And no one stood up now, not in Nigeria, not in Ghana, not in the Southern Africa. You had always lying people like Bushiri, Al-Fukao, whatever. But no one stood up now as a prophet to start a revolt of this teaching and starting doing miracles and telling them
mm.
to the nations to leave the country, if not in 3 days, in 2 days. And this is about to come, and
The
many of us will
Elijahs.
die because of that or be taken to prisons and all these kinds of things. But before this starts, that's why I say I said it to my cousin today. Go slowly with that. Not everyone is Mikhael Massa. I
Yes.
have a family brother, but you know, I don't want anything happen to them as well.
That's
Be very careful, my brother.
the fight.
I know people that do not even speak out like me. They would never do. But I know how I am and know that many others will come like me. They will go all over to the Chinese country, tell them, look, Kim Jong Un, and they will show them, that the Most High is the biggest here and not the dragon.
Mm,
That's why slowly we go.
yeah.
Let them run. We will come there.
Yeah, I think that's a good advice because sometimes we have that eager, like we want the judgment to happen now. We want the Most High to wake up, the people up. But as it says, only a remnant shall be saved. You know, 9/10 of the people will die because they're not gonna believe because they're so brainwashed. Even in my own family, I remember one time, because of my learning, I was blunt. I was like, Jesus is Lucifer, and like I say, you're getting that anger. Like, how can you say such thing? But my mom, she's always been spiritual. She started saying that my son, you're actually correct because she started reading the book like the Apocrypha. I was giving it. She was the one reading, and my younger brother also started learning. He said, "Big brother, you're onto something because everything you say, I read in the scripture that they didn't want us to read. It's actually correct." So we have some of us who are speaking, but the main fight we're getting is from our own house, from our own family.
Mhm. No prophet is accepted in his own house.
Mm.
No teacher, no seek uh,
See it,
someone
yeah.
no, yeah, no seek teller, a true teller is accepted in his own house. It will never be like that. You will always have cousins or someone else coming and saying you're crazy. You went to the witch house. Something happens to you, whatever. And that's why you cannot go out and try to help everyone.
Mm,
You only go with those people who are like you. You
mm.
have to find those people who are like you. You cannot try to help everyone. It won't work.
You die.
You will
You
die.
die.
You will die. And like I said, one of the biggest problem will be to teach in Africa.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've been gone back
That's
three
why,
times.
and that's why you don't see good internet connection in Africa.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
difficult, and they've done it on purpose. Even my dad was in the military with his intel. They say they do that on purpose, and the internet is like, I pay in America. I pay $85 a month for internet. In Congo, you can pay up to $300 for the fastest internet.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere in Africa. Why? Like I said, the truth is spread out through the internet. If they start understanding what we say, brother, it is written. Let me show you two, three revelations before we close this. You can even read. Hey, nice to see you, my brother.
Yes. Hey, if it's a pleasure, I'll stay in touch, bro. Okay, I'll leave. Mbote na yun, Nzamba
No,
Pambola.
no, stay
Oh, okay.
online.
Okay.
Stay there. So let us go to these revelations here to understand certain things. Let us start with Zechariah 10:3-8.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, my brother. Here, you can read.
Yes. Verse 3. Mine anger was kindled against the shepherds, and I punished the goats. For the Lord of hosts hath visited his flock, the house of Judah, and hath made them as his goodly horse in the battle. Out of him came forth the corner, out of him the nail, out of him the battle bow, out of him every oppressor together. And they shall be as mighty men, which tread down their enemies in the mire of the street in the battle. And they shall fight, because the Lord is with them. And the riders on horses shall be confounded. And I will strengthen the house of Judah. and I will save the house of Joseph, and I will bring them again to place them, for I have mercy upon them, and it shall be as though I had not cast them off. For I am the Lord their God, and will hear them. And they of Ephraim shall be like a mighty man, and their heart shall rejoice as through wine. Yea, their children shall see it and be glad. Their heart shall rejoice in the Lord. I will hiss for them and gather them, for I have redeemed them, and they shall increase as they have increased.
Brother, what did you understand?
It, simply put, I love the part where the Most High said, it will be as if he never cast us off.
This is Africa, brother.
Mm.
As we speaking, brother, things are moving. The people will become revolutionists. The things will change. One of the biggest country where you will see this movement is Southern Africa.
Okay.
My goodness. You don't want to live in Southern Africa in this time when this happens.
I hope Brother Jonathan is hearing this.
Oh, I think he knows.
Mm.
You can, that thing that is killing us today. Everyone wants to make money with the spirit.
Yeah.
Normally, you can go here online, putting the corpo vatis here. Me, I don't need to fall in spirit and start meditating and start saying things from the Most High if the Most High is always with me. I know what I say. But normally, you could now have here three, four very spiritual people. They will admit what I have said and tell you automatically when this will happen, what will happen, etc., etc. War has to come out of there because they took over our land.
Okay.
It's our land. They have to give it back. These Boers, these Dutch, and
Yeah.
all these people. In Angola, same thing. In Congo, in the east, brother.
I
Yeah,
even had
no doubt.
dreams that we had people fleeing to West, America, coming to Congo, and we're welcoming them in the airport, and they're lining up just like how when we come here to line up at the airport. I saw it in a dream, and there was I think an American pastor years ago in the 90s. He came to Congo. He was preaching in a stadium, and he started crying. When he was put to the side, when the people asked him, "Why were you crying?" He said, "I'm crying because I saw my people coming to beg for food." He saw in a vision back in the 90s. I was like, that was when I was very young. But it's like, as we living this time, it's like, I don't know how to put it in words, but something in my spirit is like, I don't like it here no more. Like, I'm only here because I'm making bread, but something in my spirit just wants me to go back. Like, I don't want to stay here no more. Something in my spirit just, you gotta go back, go install, go settle down. Like, don't stay here. I don't know. That voice is getting
Brother, the
louder and
half of
louder.
Congo forest, if you do the half of it, if you do agriculture, you can feed like um like the a little bit more than the half of the world along with
Mm.
Congo if you do agriculture. Brother, they need us
Yes.
more than ever. Brother, they came with their artificial way to do agriculture in
Mm.
Spain, in Asia, all over. And now the earth is gone. Do you know how long do you need to make the earth fertile again? The earth died.
Yeah, in their lands. But
And
in Congo, if a piece of bean or uh, peanut falls on the ground, the next day it splits up, start to bud.
exactly the next
It's not
day.
even buried. Like when I tell
Exactly.
people, they don't believe. Like our land is like, you don't need to fertilize.
Exactly. And that's why they're very focusing on that.
Yeah, there
And
was
there's
a
another thing.
500 million forest.
There's another thing. You, they have no problem to say all black people from Africa go to the West, even if it is developed like it is, and to say, give us Africa. Because in the same way they say that, 2 weeks later, you will see all Europe is wasted up, gone, destroyed, and Africa became now the new Europe.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's why, my brother, wisdom, wisdom is needed here.
Yes.
And they are, they are people that learn, they learn, study. We are people that know, receive knowledge, wisdom spiritually. That's why it's like two different kinds of creatures here.
Mm.
And it's like someone that knows, he have studied very well, he made his researchers, and now he knows how to build a house. And then you have a dumb child in the near and there who never heard about a house. And you tell him, did you ever see a house? I live in a house. It looks like this and this and this. And this dumb child, dumb, will say, okay, let me see. He looks at the house and boom, in 1 second later, he will tell you, here, I can build a better one. Look, here. This is how my house would look like.
Yeah, because you get the gift.
And as long these forefathers are showing us the back, we will not receive what we
Mm.
want. That's the only thing. And this is about to come now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And like, I'm sure you received. I did send you an email. You probably won't remember, but I really want to do the 4 element class. I'm really interested, so I'm looking forward to it. To basically learn all that. So
Yeah, up to you.
yeah.
We're going now to another class on January.
Mm.
And this will be the class how to invoke the spirits
Mm. I understand all
in
of
the
that.
West and everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, I know because when it comes to this subject about the
No, people have to know how to do that. This is the only way.
our ancestors were doing it, so but they demonize that they talk about that it's was it necromancy, but they don't understand because just like the brother who saw the vision about one of his ancestors that gave him the gift to make plants and it's helping people, but people are rejecting it. So I understand why they're still giving their back on us because we don't want to hear it. But then someone else, quote unquote, the Gentile, will take it and he use it, and you're getting angry, you're pointing the finger, but the answer is like, well, he took it.
Mhm. No, the thing is, yeah, what can I reveal? Let me reveal something. The thing is that the calling of the Maliki Makongo um has nothing to do with um there's not, it has nothing to do with witchcraft. There's no witchcraft at all. You have to give the spiritual elements that what they need, and they will give you that what you need. It is like when Cain and Abel did the sacrifices, and they came to give in front of the Most High offspring a sacrifice. When Abraham gave the Most High a sacrifice, you have to give it the Most High the righteous sacrifice.
Okay.
If we give him the righteous sacrifice, the Most High will accept or not.
It's up basically it's up to him to decide.
Exactly.
And he will tell you why he rejected it. You know.
When he rejected it, it's because um, I don't know.
Could be many reasons.
It never happens to me. It could be many reasons. But normally, in every waters, in every forest, um, on every mountain, and the mountains here, even in the West,
Mm.
you can go doing the righteous ritual, and inherit it, and you will receive the power from that. But you cannot go to the white man's like cemetery or where the white
Okay.
men have and
They
say,
say
"White
go
man,
back
help
home.
me."
Okay.
Mm-mm.
It has to be in Congo. Like in Kinshasa, there's
No,
a
no,
mount.
no. In the West,
Mm,
you can do it,
okay.
okay, but in where the nature is,
Nature.
but you cannot go where the ancestors are.
Ah, okay, because they're your enemy.
They won't help you.
Okay.
They won't help you.
They're actually gonna come and beat
This
you.
is why we are weak here.
Ah. So we have to be
100%.
home.
Brother, you have to be helped by Seth, Adam. You have to brother, you need those people. You need this ancestors to help you. Not they think when we're talking about ancestors, they're thinking we're talking about Uncle Tom, Uncle whatever. We are talking about those people from the scriptures. We're
Mm.
talking about Maleki Makongo, people who made it. People who made it. People that never can never die. These are the ones that will
Like
help
Enoch.
us.
Like
Enoch,
Enoch. Yeah.
those people. Kimbangu.
Yeah. Bro, I'm looking forward to it.
Good, huh?
Yes, I'm always excited when I see your video. I pray for you to the best of my ability because, like you say, people who have so much knowledge, the devil don't like. So you always be attacked. But I do my best to pray for you, so the Most High may keep you safe, you and your family, because it's
You
not an
know
easy task.
how we say in Congo, Bazabana. They're
Yeah.
children. Maybe you see someone is over 60, but he doesn't understand anything what Maza said,
Mm.
This is normal.
Tagoyeba.
Brother, one of the things that must be done is agriculture.
Mm.
Behind agriculture, there is a blessing. That's why you saw that every king had an agricultural field. Why? The agricultural field is another world of the ancestors. You need an
Mm.
army. The ancestors, when they go to the peaceful world, they have to help you. That's it. When they do not fight with us, when they do not tell us what we have to do, who will? No one else.
It's gonna be interesting. Just
It
like in the
is.
Black Panther and Simba. It's like they've been telling us. I know. I don't know if you heard about the Buta Chikeva. It's more focused
Mm,
about the cleaning of the cemetery. I live in America. I drive across country. They keep their cemetery super clean. You can literally go to a cemetery and sit down and eat. Like you're not afraid of germs, but you can't do it in Africa, in Congo. You can't do it. Dirty, grass. It's like you can't even find the tombs of people. And
mm,
people stop. Back in the day, they call it salongo. Salongo was like for people who are listening. Salongo was like Congolese people keeping the culture of going to the cemetery, like taking one day of a month to go clean the cemetery, cut the grass, do the yard work, remove the weeds, basically clean the cemetery. They stopped doing it like before Mobutu even left. Like they, my back in the 90s, I remember one time I recall my grandpa because he was part of the Catholic Church, like he organized people to go, but they stopped doing it. Like it's not even happening.
you reject the dead will reject you. You fight them, they will fight you. That's it. No, brother, there is a spiritual bondage. If you say no to your fathers and mothers that have died, yeah, who are they? They are dead now,
Mm,
brother. Then they are already dead.
mm,
Someone else will take them to use them.
mm.
Just to tell you the truth.
Wow,
That's why you sleep. You can't receive any visions from them. You can't receive any blessings from them. You can't hear from them. That's bad.
it's very
Really
okay.
bad. How do you want to lead a kingdom? Oh, I want to hear from the Most High. But you're forgetting that the Most High was also in your parents. he was also in your grandma, he was also, and they have already worked to build the kingdom, to do different kinds of things, and the knowledge that they had, you needed too, so that you can continue doing the work. So this ancestor thing is tough, my brother. The
Yeah,
only problem in this is you have to know how to do the rituals. You cannot just go
and
and
start talking.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably why people are
You know,
afraid of doing it.
exactly, because they wants to do it in there, like they wants to do it.
Yeah, but they don't know
They
they
want,
could be calling anybody.
they wants to do what they wants to do, and that's
They
not
may
how it
be
works,
calling George Washington or like the building.
brother. I give you the script. I tell you about the scriptures that they love to give so much about in this topic. The scriptures about Samuel
Yeah,
and what is the king and the
Saul. Yeah.
Saul exactly. So now that guy was a chosen from the Most High.
Mm.
His mission was to finish off the nations. Now, do you think a spiritual leader outside there, either George Bush or his Bush's
Oh, oh,
father,
mm.
or
Clinton?
Clinton, or all of them, do you think that they are just empty,
No.
going to war against Iraq, against
Yeah.
Saddam Hussein, against Gaddafi? Do
Assad.
you think Gaddafi is a fool?
No.
Do you think he has no ancestors behind him? Do you think Massa is empty, going to Africa, trying to help my people without the Most High's people and angels behind me? That's why you die like fleas.
Mm.
Hmm?
Yeah,
That's
because
why
the
people,
no
even you, when
power.
you're like this, the Tanzambi sealed you up. He throw away everything that is negative and give you wings. We have to be protected. Even a small baby comes with his angels that will fight for him. And
Mm.
you empty guy wants to tell me, yeah, not to tell my ancestors to fight with me. That's foolishness. Now, that soul, he received messages that he, the Most High, is not with him no more,
Yes.
which means that the revelations of the Most High he will not receive no more. That the prophets of the Most High will not tell him, because we are invoking the prophet spirits are with the prophets. Okay? The
Mm.
prophet spirit don't die. Now, it's like the same thing when the Tatanzambi say, I am giving my revelations to the Most High, to my people. How does the Most High give you the revelations? The Most High is so big, so mighty, so powerful that you will never come and say, hey, Maza, my best friend, I love you so much, and that's why I will give you all my secrets. Hey, when the Most High speaks to you, your ear will explode.
Explode, yeah.
Okay, so he has messengers. Maybe in a dream, maybe he sends a human, or he gives you a song.
Or a prophet like you.
Exactly. So this is how it works. So now, when Saul saw that he won't receive these kinds of revelations, he went to a munganga,
And mm.
and there he wants not from any spirit, but he wants from the spirit of the prophets to hear from the spirit of the prophet what is really going on, if he will win the fight or not. That's it.
Mm.
That's the secret here.
And the spirit say, "Why you bothering me?" Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Because spirits don't die. If the same spirit would be invoked or called by a normal you know priests, like from the Most High, it will come like peacefully. Yeah, Saul, what's going on? Is everything okay with you? La, la, la. But
Mm.
it was invoked by
Nganga.
Inganga.
Mm.
That's it.
So the spirit was like the person who's calling me is not good.
Because they don't die.
Yeah.
They don't die. He has to work. A prophet is like a maleki makungu. You are a worker, an everlasting worker. It's not because you can make children in this world and whatever that you now can do whatever you want to do. You have a mission here on earth. Like if you go to heaven, you have a position. Okay? And if I have a problem, hey, like this Simon Toko and all of them, people like here in the Simon Toko church saying, oh, Toko, he was like this, he did like this. Brother, he lives with me. You see, they are trying to find Jesus everywhere, waiting for him coming from heaven. But they're sometimes forgetting that Jesus, they see him every day in television. This is the problem of spirituality. When Isaiah came, what did they say to him? Who are you? Who is inside of you? Okay?
Even John the Baptist was doubting. He said, "Are you who we should wait, or do we have to wait for another?" And he says, "Go and tell
Because
him."
spirits don't die. They take over. They have to do to fulfill their missions. And if they die, they will always come to help you with certain things. If you want to walk over water, there are certain things that you have to say. There are certain things that you have to be familiar with the water. Sometimes you go to Africa and you see these childs. They are inside the waters. They have a small boat, but they're inside the waters, swimming, no problem, playing around in the ocean.
Yes, yes, I've seen
Try
them.
do the same 5 minutes long,
You don't drawn, yeah.
you will die. But the water knows these boys. They're good with the water. They will even go to the deep sea. The water won't hurt them. They are the water.
Because the water knows them.
The water knows them.
It's
Uh,
I love this kind of conversation. It's like you said earlier, we have to find people who are like mind, because this kind of conversation you can't have it with everybody, because some people won't understand. They will start looking at you like, oh, you're a neck. you but I have one of the Mundele's book. It's called uh the book on angels. And even what you say in that book, there's a chapter where it has the list of certain prayers. Like, I didn't use it because I understood, I was like, I don't want to mess with it, with the understanding I had back then. But they literally are telling people how to call on those entities. And I know those entities are not from the Most High.
very
They're
good.
saying, oh, it's
Very,
Archangel
very,
Michael. I'm like,
very
that's not
good.
them.
Very good. In New Age, they are doing rituals and they're working out, right?
Yes.
Everyone that has done New Age stuff, they are doing different kinds of rituals, and all of them works directly.
Yeah. And they're
And now,
blessed too.
and now this bullshit of this Christian black dudes, yeah, wants to come and tell me, yeah, that I have to stay waiting for someone coming from heaven. To build up my country, to help me, to take my people from war and all these kinds of things, to reject my ancestors on these kinds of things, just to pray like this and eyes closed,
No
whatever. And
answer.
you see, and no answer,
Mm. And,
no
and
reaction after 400 years, my brother. And brother, I have seen, like you have seen the Most High. I have seen the Most High. Why should I go now to the witches?
it's
It doesn't make any sense.
even if it's like, even if
Brother,
you're
if you
tempted.
see a brother like that, huh? If you see a brother talks rubbish like that, brother, if you don't give him a knock, tell him go slowly away from me. We don't need these people, man. Be arrogant. Don't need them.
Yes.
Go your ways. Because this is how we are, we muntus. Isaiah said, when the Greek woman came, please help my daughter, help my daughter. He said, who? Yo, Zalinani. Well, who are you, man?
He didn't even talk to her
Why
first.
should I help you? They need me, Massa. I don't need them. Brother, this is how I am. If I teach those things, brother, is because I know, yeah, that the world needs these things to come to his truth. The Tanzania has said in the scriptures, here's my Bible. The Bible is not far away from me. Look, I even called him Papa.
Papa.
Huh? And here,
Me,
everywhere.
I went back home and I bought the Lingala, Biblia,
So
Ilo
you
Bantu.
want to tell me, huh? I call my father like David has called him. Yeah, his son has taken the demons from A to B, has played with him. Yeah,
Yeah.
he wants to tell me, yeah, how spirituality works. Doesn't make any sense. That's why we have only to go with those who wants to go. Brother, how do you want to catch a liar? You see someone speaks, and nothing happens. But if you see someone speaks and you say, because when I speak like that, the Tanzambi normally has to come to you one day and to say, Massa has, this is the one that I have sent.
Mm.
That's why when Yesaya was baptized, you saw that the testimony came. This is my son. Kimbangu today, Simon Toko, all of them died. The whole world was talking about them. Do you want to say they're demons? They are so strong that not even these little people that are talking about them now, but the whole world will speak
Yes.
about them. You see white people talking about Simon Toko like he's God. Do you know who I am? That's why these kinds of kind little things don't care. Learn as much as possible. Be familiar with these practices and become a master in it. Teach it to your sons and go move forward. Become
Okay.
rich or whatever. If you're Zinga or whatever you are, politician, some or if you're a great agriculturalist, do that what you're called for. It will be automatic. Go and talk to your fathers from your bloodline so that they can give you that all the blessing that belongs to you. That's it.
Yeah, you're right. Like it's like we can only
Hey, you will
focus.
never hear Umaza after coming to his school or after he healed me or after he prayed for me. I saw the devil.
Mm.
Hey, only positive, positive. Even the devil himself, he will say, "This is the Son of Man." So everything else is jealousy, brother. That's why.
Yeah, and you're not lying because it's confirmation. What you
Good
saw,
is
it was.
good, bad is bad. Don't fear anything. Good is good, bad is bad. I am a human. I know when I do bad things, that is bad. But if it
Mm.
comes to spirituality and I'm teaching something that is good, someone has also to receive good. And if he receive good, why should he be bad then? You see? Sometimes it's only our characters because we don't like each other in character or in color, or someone wants to see you looking like Brad Pitt or whatever. This can be everything. But if someone is God sent, he's God sent.
You know, and it's interesting you said about the Most High reveal things. I remember before the lockdown happened, before America closed its border in January, it was the day after Kobe died. We were just talking about it. Something my spirit told me. I was just giving advice to people. I'm like, hey, if you don't have a passport, try to have your passport. You know, just have it because something is gonna happen this spring and before June where you won't be able to buy a passport and they're gonna close the border. But when I said it, there was no like, oh, something is gonna. It was just something I said. And when I flew. I went to Mexico for a vacation in March. They were already talking about, oh, China, you know, the pandemic, the bug, right? 2 weeks after when I came back, America closed its border. And then the person that I told you, when I talked to him again, he reminded, he said, hey, you remember the day after Kobe died? You said that we're gonna close the border. I'm like, yeah, but I forgot about it. So it's like sometimes we don't know that the Most High is speaking to our mouth. It's not to say that I wanted it to happen, but it's something my spirit. It was just an advice. It's like, hey, get yourself together, just have things because you don't know something may happen, and it happened. Even sometimes when I think back, I'm like, how did I know? but it was in my spirit. I just said it.
Exactly. Like I said, the Most High used to tell every one of us, he used to warn us about everything that happens. Brother, to see all those miracles that Isaiah have done, and he said, people will come after me and do more. Brother, like I said, angels have to ascend and descend from you. You have to be familiar with them. Brother, still today, people do not even know that the angels speak through men, that the Most High speaks through men. Huh? That's why when we are going to Congo, we're going to film this again. You know, sitting down there with the elders, and you see someone is praying so hard that he's even moving from the bottom going up. You have to hold.
Levitating.
It's not, you know. This is we want power. We are the children of the Most High. We need power,
Yeah, that's true. We need power.
wisdom, strength. The rest is equal, man. Talking here, talking there, blah 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 blah. My goodness, how many times? How long do we want to talk
And praying to Jesus and no healing.
and
And
praying? Hallelujah!
this so-called speaking
10,000
tongues.
10,000 churches in Nigeria. 10,000.
And now in Congo, people are using the speaker to speak like it's.
And we're talking Nigeria. Nigeria, they are smart people. Now go to this the dumbest two countries in Africa, man. I tell you.
Congo Pasi. It's just.
Yeah, the dumbest two countries in Africa.
But some
Where
way,
all the
somehow,
wealth is.
I love my country. It's just that sometimes you just shake your head. You're like, dirty, nastiness, and people are comfortable throwing trash. That it's like, I'm like, I blow my nose and I have the paper. There's no trash to put it, and I'm seeing like I'm not even afraid because, like you say,
And brother, what did we not try? Did we not try Jesus in every form? Brother, we have
everything.
given to Jesus our children's, our women's, even our butts. Okay?
Oh. You know, you made me laugh the video where you
Yeah.
say
I
even
just
my.
tell you, what did we not try?
Oh,
So let me go. Let my people go, my brother.
yeah.
I don't care about those few little ones that think I'm crazy or whatever. I know why I'm suffering. Thank you very much for being here.
Pleasure to talk to you. Nzamba batela you.
Merci.
I'll see you next time.
Let
Bye.
me do the prayer.
Mm.
Father, all powerful God. Father, we are in front of you. What an amazing day. Father, I could do my lesson. I could say that what you want to say, Father. Excuse me if I have sent something that was not come from you, but I know, Father, that you have sent me to do more. What a testimony from our brother. He has seen you. He has seen your glory. Let everything that he is doing going forward, say miracle, hallelujah. Miracle happen. Give him more. Tatanzambi ingeta. Thank you, Tatanzambi, for everything that you're doing for our people. Give them strength, wisdom, and knowledge to everything that they are doing, Father. Give them the new days. Tomorrow is a Saturday. Give them the strength and all the things that they need in their families to resolve all the problems, Father. You have chosen us to be the leaders in this world. Help everyone that is going outside there to difficulties to receive this powers and energy. Let the power be with them. Ingeta. Hallelujah.
Thank you very much. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I pray a little bit different than others.
Yes, I understand. But